The presidential palace, the meeting point tonight for angry Brazilians. Protesters took to the streets here in the capital, Brasilia, and in several cities across the country against the appointment of former President Lula. He's to be the number 2 in President Dilma Rousseff's government, just as he's being investigated for corruption. Lula was detained for questioning less than 2 weeks ago, and critics say his appointment is a move to shield him from charges. His new role grants special privileges, and he can only be prosecuted by the Supreme Court. He denies the corruption allegations and says they are politically motivated. The anger spread to the lower house, where congressmen held a chaotic session. They're chanting renuncia, resignation, calling for President Rousseff to leave her post. She's facing impeachment proceedings, and one of Lula's missions will be to strengthen her government, immersed in a political crisis and the country's worst recession in decades.
I'm sorry, he's coming. He's going to help. We're going to look at returning to growth, fiscal stability, and controlling inflation.
Alô?
But more political turmoil came as a judge disclosed taped phone conversations between Lula and the president. Judge Sergio Moro, responsible for the so-called car wash corruption probe and Lula's recent detention, said the dialogue suggested they had tried to obtain assistance from prosecutors or courts to protect Lula. The audios were played over and over again by Brazilian media in what the government considered a flagrant violation of the Constitution. Millions of people took to the streets on Sunday to protest against President Rousseff in the largest anti-government demonstrations in Brazilian history. The impeachment proceeding against the president is due to officially restart this week, and the public's growing dissatisfaction of her government shows no sign of relenting. Julia Carneiro, BBC News, Rio de Janeiro.